What's up guys, and welcome to my first crypto video on this YouTube channel. And without further ado, let's head straight into the charts. First of all, congratulations guys for holding Bitcoin until now. This is the first time ever we broke an all-time high before the halving, not once but twice, breaching that $70,000 level, an absolute important psychological level, and not only $70,000 but actually till $70,300. I prepared a nice chart for you guys here, presenting to you the development of the Bitcoin all-time high movements over the last 10 years. As you can see, here we have the last all-time high created, $69,350, 47 days before the predicted halving happening in April, which is just absolutely insane. I mean, I'm searching for words here. I'm just blown away. Crazy stuff. Here to the right, you can see 101 days after the halving, which was created in 2013. 2020, it was 204 days after the halving that we created the all-time high. And 2017, it was even 241 days after the halving that we created the next all-time high. Crazy stuff. Now, let's head back into time. The first all-time high was created after like a massive run-up to the upside, breaking $69,350 before New York Open. The interesting thing that happened here though is we had after that an insane sell-off to the downside, hitting $59,600 with a massive wick to the downside, creating huge liquidations in the short and long space. As you can see here, massive liquidation wick of the longs, $900 million, and a massive liquidation also on the short side, which is quite surprising, $446 million, the biggest liquidation event we have seen so far since a long time. Now let's head back to the chart. As you can see, what is extremely bullish is that we bought back this dip in a matter of hours. Not even minutes ago, we had insane buying pressure to the upside, spot buys, as you can see at the spot volume, and with very little open interest. Not even 5 hours later, we were again at the price of $67,000 and went into a cool down phase, sideways trend between $65,000 and $67,000. Who would have thought that just 2 days later, we would break the all-time high again, but not only by a bit, by an absolute $1,000 move to the upside, breaking that important psychological level of $70,000. And after that, we again had a wick to the downside of about $3,000, and again a buyback, as you can see here, of that price without increasing open interest, which is again extremely bullish. Since the first and second all-time high we created just 2 days after each other, we had a massive cut in funding rate, which is extremely bullish for the upside. Now let's head back to the first all-time high we created. As you can see, we had a massive liquidation event with about $3 billion in liquidations and hitting that important 59k level. To be honest, my theory is that just most people actually just took profit and didn't open sell positions in this area like I also did. To be honest, I took some profits at 69k. Why? Because it's a major psychological level, is the last all-time high, and also on top of that, this is the first time we broke an all-time high before a halving, so a liquidation event after this break of the all-time high was bound to happen, to be honest. Which is extremely bullish in my eyes though, is again this lightning speed buyback of the Bitcoin price. Not only open interest positions, but mostly spot positions opening up in this area. Now let's have a look at the ETF inflows I prepared for you guys. As you can see here on this chart, we have the US spot BTC ETF inflows since the first day the ETF was approved, January 11th. We're at March 8th, and as you can see, even at the top of the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin ETF inflows are as stable as ever. As you can see here, insane $1 billion ETF inflow candle and multiple 500 million, 700, 800 million ETF inflow candles March 6th, March 7th and March 8th. So buying pressure is absolutely not slowing down. I would even say that we are preparing for another major move to the upside because open interest seems healthy and the open interest percentage rate nearly cut in half since that first all-time high breach, which just screams bullishness in my opinion. Now, another chart which I prepared for you guys is one I gatekeep for a long time, but I need to put this out there. As you can see here, we have the tops created 2021, 2020, and just the top we created a couple of days ago. As you can see, the first all-time high we made was a special one. Yes, we saw that typical liquidation event after we breached the all-time high, but my God, this buyback and this bullish strength to the upside, I'm lost for words. As you can see here, we have the 2021 all-time high and the 2020 all-time high, all of which happened before the halving. And as you can see, there is nearly no comparison possible to the last events. And this is also my theory. Personally, I think that the Bitcoin price movement is going to change a lot in the future, with the ETF inflows disturbing the typical price pattern of private inflows into the market. I personally think that we need to say goodbye to the old cycle of after having pumps and just more like a gold spot ETF, just grinding slowly to the upside. Personally, I think we will never see a Bitcoin again under $40,000. I think from now on, it's just going to be a slow grind to the upside, like the gold spot ETF. Another interesting info I need to give you guys is the Tesla Bitcoin holdings here in Arkham. As you can see, Tesla still holding 11,509 Bitcoins worth now 787 million dollars, having sold not a single Bitcoin since 2 years ago, which is just absolutely insane. Here on Bitcoin Archive, you can see Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF having inflows nearly every single day of $500 million, which is just insane to think about. With these strong inflows over the last month and a half, Bitcoin price movement is never going to be the same. Bitcoin 100K could be happening in the next 6 months or so. I mean, the bullishness here and the bull case in here is unfathomable. I have another chart of Alex Forn here prepared for you guys. As you can see, the 2017 Bitcoin run-up, I personally was in that run-up, and we had many strong but short corrections, and I think the Bitcoin bull run this year and next year, the 2017 bull market and the 2024 bull market, I think is going to be very similar. As you can see here, we had a parabolical run-up to the upside with strong 25, 30%, 31%, 19%, and 39.84% corrections to the downside and being bought up quite quickly, making that distinct V-shaped pattern to the upside. And for me personally, this is the chart that makes a lot of sense and also representing the price movement we see also this bull market. And here again, a big reason to invest into Bitcoin. This is from Bitcoin Archive. We have the New York Community Bank crashes by 43% and has trading halted. Insane liquidation to the downside. A bank crashing 42% in a single day. Unheard of. So guys, I think this is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to see ourselves very soon in the next video of Wine and Crypto. And guys, as always, bye.